Hello, Raven. This is the first time we've spoken on the phone, isn't it? Well then, let's not waste time. I'll get straight to the point. Why haven't you gotten pregnant yet? It's been 2.5 years since you married Cam, hasn't it? You know, there's an old saying, if the wife bears no children after 3 years, she must be sent away. So listen carefully. If you don't conceive within the next 6 months, I'll have no choice but to insist on a divorce. Understood?
Linda? Wow, it's been a while. Hello.
Excuse me? Is that how you greet your husband's mother?
Huh?
You will address me properly as mother. Don't go thinking we're equals just because you managed to marry into the family. You can't even get pregnant, and yet you dare to speak to me so casually? How unbelievably arrogant.
Sorry, I just thought, since you're technically no longer my mother-in-law, it might actually be disrespectful to call you that. So I thought I'd use your name instead.
What? That is outrageous. How dare you? Not your mother-in-law. You think you can strip me of that title?
So I'm not wrong, then?
You insolent little...
Look, I think you're confused. Cam and I are already divorced. It's been a while now, so you're not my mother anymore.
What are you saying?
Hasn't Cam told you anything?
Oh, what nonsense are you speaking? That's not the kind of tasteless joke you should be making.
It's not a joke. I'm being serious.
Well, honestly, given how you failed to get pregnant all this time, it wouldn't surprise me if Cam was getting impatient. Still, you don't joke about things like that.
Are you even listening to me?
Anyway, here's the bottom line. 6 months. That's how long you have. If you're not pregnant by then, you will be divorced. I'll make sure of it.
But again, I'm telling you, Cam and I have already divorced.
Don't you dare make excuses, you good-for-nothing daughter-in-law. Let me say it one more time so it gets through that thick skull of yours. A wife who cannot bear a child after 3 years must be cast out. You have 6 months, no more. Do you understand me?
I can't believe this. How many times do I have to say it? I am no longer your daughter-in-law. Cam and I are over, divorced, done.
I just want to hold my grandchild already. Stop wasting time with these ridiculous stories and get pregnant.
Would you please just listen to what I'm saying?
Don't raise your voice at me. You are absolutely infuriating.
Excuse me?
Now listen carefully. You've got 6 months. Make the most of it. Do whatever it takes. Get serious about having that baby. Raven, it's been 3 months since our last conversation. Are you still not pregnant? Unbelievable. If I don't reach out, I never hear a word from you. What kind of behavior is that?
It's been a while. I really have to ask, what exactly do you think you're doing?
Excuse me? That's what I should be asking you. What happened to your promise? You said you'd stay in touch regularly if we agreed to dissolve the cohabitation, and now? Radio silence?
Wait, hold on a second. Dissolving the cohabitation? You mean when I moved out half a year into the marriage, after you made my life a living nightmare?
Don't twist this around.
No, let's get the facts straight. Cam and I are divorced, so obviously living together wasn't going to continue. And to be honest, staying in regular contact with the family of an ex-husband, that's not just awkward, it's completely irrational.
Oh, you're still on about that.
Still? I'm talking about reality. The fact that you keep pretending this marriage still exists is what's baffling. Cam and I are done, legally, emotionally, completely.
So that's it? You're just going to throw away your obligations? What kind of woman breaks a promise to her mother-in-law and thinks that's okay? You were raised without a shred of honor, clearly.
Again, for the 100th time, I am no longer your daughter-in-law. I don't owe you anything.
I told you before I won't entertain that nonsense. I'm giving you a chance to avoid divorce, and yet you're just tossing it away with your selfish attitude.
Enough. I have seriously had it. Do you even hear yourself?
You'd better listen carefully, Raven. A wife who bears no child after 3 years must be sent away. That deadline is just 3 months away. If you want to stay married to Cam, you'd better get pregnant before then.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm officially done being polite.
What was that?
How many times do I have to tell you? We're already divorced. We've both moved on. I'm not some reluctant bride waiting for your approval. I've started a new chapter in my life, and it doesn't involve any of you. If you're so desperate for a grandchild, maybe you should shove your precious brain-dead son into a new marriage and pray someone else will put up with this madness, because I sure as hell won't.
What are you saying?
Exactly what I mean. You're obsessed, delusional, and I am done indulging it. Goodbye.
Raven, today marks exactly 3 years since you married into this family, and what do we have to show for it? You still haven't gotten pregnant, and after promising to stay in contact, 3 whole months of silence, not one message.
Oh, great, it's you again. Still clinging to that title of mother-in-law, huh? You're really just a meddling old hag with a hearing problem and a superiority complex.
How dare you speak to me that way? You are unbelievably rude.
Frankly, you should consider it an act of charity that I'm even using polite words with you.
Unbelievable. You are an absolute disgrace. A defective wife who couldn't even produce a grandchild. If you can't get pregnant, then divorce my son and be gone.
Fine, I wasn't going to say anything, but here it is. I've been married for 2 years now to someone else, and we have a child together.
What? You married?
That's right, 2 years ago. And we have a baby, 6 months old now.
A baby? What are you saying?
You heard me. I have a 6-month-old daughter. Naturally, she is no relation to you.
What is this nonsense? Cam never told me anything about a divorce, let alone this. I saw you at that family gathering 7 months ago.
Did you now? You're aware I have a twin sister, right?
Oh, yes, she was at the wedding, wasn't she?
Right. Well, I moved away the same day the divorce was finalized. Haven't returned once since. So whatever Raven you met at that gathering wasn't me.
Then who?
It was my twin sister, Amy. Turns out right after Cam and I finalized the divorce, he filed a marriage registration with Amy the next day. I only found out recently when I got suspicious from your endless delusional messages and decided to look into it.
No, that can't be. Oh, that can't be true.
Oh, but it is. You see, Cam and I kept the divorce relatively quiet. We told our families ourselves. It was amicable, or so I thought. Just incompatibility and lifestyle differences. But behind that facade, he was having an affair with my own sister.
This is insane.
Trust me, when I found out, I nearly fell out of my chair. I had no idea. None. Not until your obsessive messages prompted me to do some digging.
Then that means the woman Cam is married to now
is Amy, my sister, your supposed daughter-in-law. She's the one who's been impersonating me at family events.
I don't understand. No one told me.
Clearly, Cam probably didn't want you to know the truth. After all, remember how you reacted when Sally, your daughter, was cheated on? Cam lost his mind, threw things, broke half the furniture. You think he really wanted to see you react the same way to him?
Oh my God.
He used the fact that Amy and I are twins to pull off a switch, and Amy, she played along, pretending to be me when meeting your side of the family. I'm guessing my parents were in on it too, especially since they've always favored her.
This is too much.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, now that the lie is exposed, I suggest you take it up with the actual people involved. I have no part in this anymore.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I suppose you really aren't part of this family anymore. There's no reason for us to speak further. I'll be going now.
Oh, no. You don't get to walk away like that. You forgot something.
What?
A thank you. You should be thanking me.
For what?
If you hadn't kept pestering me like a lunatic, I never would have uncovered what Cam and Amy were hiding. So, thank you. Because of you, I now have rock-solid evidence of their infidelity.
Wait, what are you saying?
I've already filed for compensation. I'm suing them both for emotional damages and breach of trust.
No, wait, you're what?
Oh, didn't you know? Cam's unemployed now. Apparently he made a massive blunder at work, got fired, blacklisted, so he's not exactly in a position to pay that settlement.
Unemployed?
And from what I've heard, he's hoping you'll help cover the damages. Isn't that sweet?
Wait, Raven, please, you don't understand. We already burned through our savings when we covered another settlement years ago. Amy hasn't been sending money like she promised. She's gone radio silent. We have no way to pay this.
That's not my problem. All I care about is receiving full compensation. I don't care where the money comes from.
You can't be serious. I said we don't have it. As your former mother-in-law, I am ordering you to...
There it is again. As your mother-in-law. Still clinging to that? You sound pitiful, honestly. It's just sad now.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm done. I have nothing more to say to you.
Raven, wait.
Goodbye. And with that, I'll be blocking you for good.
No, wait, please.
I found out what happened afterward through a friend who still lives near my ex-in-law's place. She's been keeping an eye on things from a distance ever since everything fell apart, and let's just say what she told me was more dramatic than I could have imagined. Apparently, not long after I sent that message to my former mother-in-law, the one where I told her exactly how much damage they had all caused, she decided to take matters into her own hands. She summoned both her son and his new wife, the woman he cheated on me with, over to her house. From the outside, it looked like she was trying to resolve things, maybe have a long overdue family discussion to talk through the consequences of their actions. But instead of a calm sit-down, it turned into absolute chaos. The moment they arrived, everything spiraled out of control. My friend said it was like watching a storm unfold indoors. First, the shouting started, so loud that people passing by on the street paused to listen. Then it escalated. The old dining table was flipped over with such force that the legs cracked, and chairs were hurled across the room like weapons. At one point, glass shattered. No one was sure whether it was a vase or a window, but it exploded with such violence that a few of the neighbors actually screamed. People started running out of their homes to see what was going on, and when the noise didn't stop, someone called the police. Yes, it got that bad. Police officers actually had to show up and break up the fight. Can you imagine? The same woman who once cared so deeply about appearances, who judged everyone around her for the smallest of things, had created such a scandal that the whole neighborhood was talking about it. Eventually, after all that chaos, my ex-mother-in-law told them point blank that she was done. She wasn't going to pay their legal fees, she wasn't going to step in and handle things, and she sure as hell wasn't going to help them clean up the mess they had made. In her own words, she said they were on their own and that she was cutting ties. Just like that, she disowned them both and walked away. But it didn't stop there. See, the thing that really broke her wasn't just the betrayal, it was the public shame. My ex-husband wasn't her only child to go through this kind of scandal. His older sister had also ended her marriage due to an affair. And now, with her son doing the same thing, the entire neighborhood started whispering about how both of her children had brought disgrace to the family. It was all over the block, how the siblings had followed the same destructive path, ruining marriages, hurting innocent people, and dragging their family name through the mud. She couldn't take the humiliation, not after spending her entire life building up an image of the perfect family. So a few weeks later, she packed up and quietly moved away. She didn't say goodbye to anyone, she just disappeared, leaving behind a house full of memories and a reputation in ruins. My friend said she saw the moving truck early in the morning, like she was trying to escape before anyone could see her go. And then, of course, there was the fallout for my ex-husband and the woman he left me for. With no support from his mother and the mounting legal pressure from the compensation claim I filed, they both fell headfirst into financial disaster. My ex-husband still had outstanding debts from our divorce, and now he had to cover this on top of everything else. Loans started piling up, payments were missed, their once cozy little life started to crack at the seams. The new wife, who thought she'd won by taking my place, was now stuck in a nightmare of her own making. She was no longer the center of attention, no longer the one being praised. Instead, she was just another woman trapped in a relationship built on lies and debt. And I'll be honest, when I heard all this, I felt something inside me shift. It wasn't joy, it wasn't even satisfaction, it was clarity. For so long, I'd been walking around with this heavy fog in my chest, wondering if I was the fool, if I'd overreacted. I should have handled things differently, but when I heard how everything had fallen apart for them, how the truth had finally caught up, it was like that fog started to lift. I didn't want revenge. I never needed them to suffer the way I did, but knowing that consequences finally caught up with them, that they had to face the reality of what they'd done, gave me peace. Not the kind you scream about, the quiet kind, the kind that lets you breathe a little deeper at night. And maybe that sounds cold, maybe it does, but I think anyone who's ever been betrayed, who's ever had their world ripped apart by people they trusted, will understand. I also think it was important for my ex-husband to hit rock bottom. He needed to realize that you can't just walk through life taking what you want, hurting who you want, and expecting someone else to clean up your mess. And she, the woman who helped him destroy everything, I hope she finally understands that taking something that doesn't belong to you doesn't guarantee happiness. Sometimes it curses you instead. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.